Welcome to Newcastle West for the first round of the White Box Limerick Senior Hurling Championship on Streamsport.ie and Limerick GA TV. Leo Connor joins me for this evening's game. Leo, Kilmallock versus Patrickswell, absolutely enthralling contest ahead for sure.
Yeah, sure, it's the ideal game to start the championship with. When you look back over the history of both clubs over a number of years, certainly Kilmallock over the last number of years and Patrickswell as well, you know, with inter-county players all over the field and just retired inter-county players all over the field. So from that point of view, it's the ideal setup and it's a perfect game to start with.
Newcastle West, the venue, as we've mentioned here, absolutely gorgeous conditions, Leo. We've had rain all over Limerick all day. It seems like it's past at this stage, but ideal conditions for a game.
Look, John, I'll be honest with you, we're down the field here and you can see the condition of the field is absolutely immaculate. It's just perfect for hurling, perfect night. There's no puff of breeze, well, small little bit of a breeze, but it's not going to interfere in the game. It's one that's going to take, I think, will take Limerick Senior Hurling Championship, get off to a great start, and I think we'll, without shadow of a doubt, get the people in around the place.
Plenty of live action coming up. We'll be back with team news shortly.
Here at Euronics, we're proud to bring you something truly special. Blomberg Appliances, a brand with over 130 years of heritage, blending German engineering with modern efficiency. Founded in 1883, Blomberg began as a family business in Germany, built on the foundation of precision, durability and innovation. Today, Blomberg continues that legacy, delivering energy efficient, sleek and smart appliances designed for real homes and real life. Blomberg washing machines with spin-save technology that can save you up to 35% energy on everyday cycles. Blomberg heat pump tumble dryers that are more efficient with a full 3-year warranty. Blomberg ovens with AeroChef technology that ensures perfect air distribution for precise and consistent cooking results. Vitamin Care Plus that preserves vitamins and helps keep your food stay fresher for longer. Whether you're cooking, cleaning or cooling, Blomberg appliances are built to make your life easier. It's quality you can trust and Blomberg is only available here at Euronics. Blomberg, German design, Euronics exclusive, discover the difference today.
O'Sullivan Centre at Clarina, your one-stop shop. From Rooster's Piri Piri to Caramico Pizza, Centre at Clarina satisfies every craving. Pamper your pouch at our wash and wag station or grab a coffee at the Creamery Cafe and relax in our seating area. Experience it all at Centre at Clarina. Ballysimon Tyres, Ballysimon Road, Limerick. Catering for all cars, vans and commercial vehicles. 24-hour breakdown assist tyres and batteries. Telephone 061 311 726. Lee's Bar, The Night's Inn, The Square, Newcastle West. Telephone 069 624 50, where all sportsmen meet.
Welcome back to Newcastle West for this White Box Limerick Senior Hurling Championship Group 1 Round 1 clash between Kilmallock and Patrickswell, brought to you on Streamsport.ie and Limerick GA TV. John Keogh here in commentary. Leo, we said in our pre-match on the field a few minutes ago, you know, a hugely anticipated clash. We can just see by the teams that are named, as we'll go through in a moment or so, that ex-inter-county players, you said it, current inter-county players, high-quality young players across both sides. It really is set up for a cracking clash.
Absolutely, but I think the most important thing, John, from both teams is both teams are beginning to evolve. They're introducing young blood, and certainly like Patrickswell, Patrickswell team that over the last number of years have been knocking on the door, but yet haven't got over the finish line. Kieran, when he was in charge, got very, very close to him on 1 or 2 occasions, and a couple of years ago they won it as well. So like it's evolving. Like when you look at Jordan Higgins, they're a player who's been involved in a lot of sport, be it rugby in Limerick, and then he's now gone back and he's committed to Patrickswell, and he's brought new life last year. I thought he was one of the standout players for Patrickswell as he coming through over the last 2 years. Kevin O'Brien, as we all know, loads of experience around there, and without shadow of a doubt the master at centre forward. So that'll be an interesting tussle with whoever Kilmallock play at centre back tonight, be it Aaron Costello or whatever. I know there's a couple of changes on the Kilmallock team, so it'll be interesting to see how they line out and how they get their matchups, and that's going to be, I think, initially for the first 10 minutes is going to be really, really important.
Really interesting things ahead. We'll start with the team, starting with Kilmallock in goals. Conor Hanley-Clark, full backline of Dylan O'Brien, Mark O'Loughlin and Liam English. Robbie Egan and Aaron Costello are now joined by Garrod Enright, wearing number 17 for The ball back in midfield is Conor Staunton and Phelim O'Reilly. 19, Thomas Savage comes in for Pierce Connery. Micheál Houlihan and David Wolfe complete the Kilmallock half forward line. Full forward line, Oisin O'Reilly. Wearing number 25, Killian Hayes comes in for Graeme Mulcahy, the Kilmallock captain. And Shane O'Brien completes the Kilmallock side that are managed this year by James Hickey, coached by Noel Mackey. Over to Patrickswell now. Jason Gillan is in goals for them. Full back line of Kelvin Lynch, Nigel Foley and Owen Harmon. Dermot Burns and number 18 Calvin Carroll comes in for Jack Kelleher in the half back line. That line is completed by Evan Fitzgerald. John Murray and Cian Fitzgerald are in the Patrickswell midfield. Jordan Higgins, Cian Lynch and Kevin O'Brien in the half forward line, while the full forward line sees Patrick Kirby, Aaron Gillan, the Patrickswell captain, and Mark Carmody. Leo, we've already said it, star-studded teams in so many different ways. What matchups are you looking forward to seeing tonight, if they indeed line up as we see it on screen?
Well, certainly, I suppose, when you look at it, when you call out the two teams, I suppose Aaron at full forward, Mark O'Loughlin. Mark O'Loughlin's an evergreen full back for the last 5-6 years for Kilmallock. Certainly plenty of experience, and it's going to be an interesting matchup there. It'll be interesting to see, though, does one team go in with a sweeper system? Like, it's the obvious thing to do, but yet I don't think both clubs are the purest of hurling teams, so they'll go out and attack it from the word go. A player that I'm looking forward to seeing on the Kilmallock team is Liam English. When Kilmallock were successful there, he was cornerback with Tony Constantine there 2 or 3 years ago. He was cornerback and then he went away and did a bit of travelling. It's great to see him back because he's Maurice Nelligan's nephew, so like he's just the very same type player as Maurice was, all action, tight marker, and leaves nothing scarce around there, you know. So it's just a game that I think that is really going to take off. It'll set the tone for the Limerick Senior Hurling Championship. And like when you look at the far side there, over on the stand side there now, fine crowd in, and the game is set and everything. It's something. It's just there to be taken. Someone to go out and grab hold of it. And I'm looking forward to seeing. Like, I think Cian will have a major bearing. But the one thing I'll turn to say about Kilmallock, you can't leave anything lying around for Kilmallock. Freeze Micheál Houlihan there. He'll punish you on every occasion, and it's the very same way below the other end of the field with Aaron. You know, so it's a game going to be to come down to small fine margins.
Just as well, the Patrickswell management team, Declan O'Grady, Eddie Murphy, Natal O'Grady and Pam Mann. Quick mention for tonight's game sponsor as well, Jack Fitzgerald Electrical and Howley's Key and Fitzgerald Electrical Kilmallock, your local trusted name in home appliances, electronics and TV for nearly 50 years. Leo, moments away from throwing here as we see a few positional changes. Referee is Eamon Stapleton, a very, very experienced inter-county referee as well. Who's going to do it?
Kilmallock just
about, says Leo O'Connor for Kilmallock, who are going to be playing from left to right as you see it on screen here. Conditions, as we've mentioned, near perfect. A slight breeze from right to left into that goal as you see it on screen. Just waiting for the final checks from referee Eamon Stapleton. We are ready to go here in Newcastle West for the first round of this White Box Limerick Senior Hurling Championship Group 1 and round 1 between Kilmallock and Patrickswell.
Interesting already, John. Mark Carmody is out in the half forward line. It looks like Jordan Higgins comes out that Patrickswell are playing a 4-man half forward line with 2 inside, so the tactics has begun already.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to keep an eye on throughout this game. Both sides with plenty of talent. We are almost ready to go. We're still waiting on the final check from referee Eamon Stapleton. Not quite sure what we're waiting for, Leo, but it's whetting the anticipation that little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, and when you see the matchups out around the middle of the field, Conor Staunton and Phelim O'Reilly out there. It's Garrod Enrigh's gone out there now, and we're number 25 as well as Killian Hayes. So like you've two changes automatically. So it shows from Kilmallock point of view, it's probably throwing the balance of them just a small little bit out around the middle of the field when certainly the name 2 players and now they're bringing in at the last minute. But look, it is what it is, and Kilmallock no better team to adapt to the situation in Kilmallock.
Looks like a team sheet issue, which is what Eamon Stapleton was waiting for here. Garrod Enright, of course, in this Kilmallock side, as you mentioned, Leo, him and Killian Hayes in midfield, played in the league final in which they beat Napier 2 very experimental sides. It was still in the middle of the inter-county championship. Garrod Enright had a phenomenal game, and like an Energizer bunny is how he was described on the sideline that day.
Just look at the make of him there around the middle field. He's looked like a bundle of energy, you know. He just can't wait to get going, and he's a young lad too, so that's the most important thing. He'll bring a lot of energy out around there, and let's see how John Murray and Cian Fitzgerald get on out there with him.
Yeah, Eamon Stapleton now transferring that Kilmallock team sheet now over to the Patrickswell sideline. That is the delay here in Newcastle West. Just whetting the appetite that little bit more before the Limerick Senior Hurling Championship gets underway. for 2025. So with all those preliminaries underway, game is on here, and it's Patrickswell in possession with John Murray straight off the back. In fact, it's Cian Fitzgerald to John Murray as he fouled Murray. Hand passes off to Fitzgerald once more. Switch of play from him, just overcooked slightly for Kevin O'Brien. That's going to be a sideline ball to Kilmallock. Patrickswell on the ball first.
Yeah, but you can see the short passing game straight away already. Two boys in the middle of the field. Cian popping it off to Johnny Murray. Johnny Murray passed it back, and the ball unfortunately going over to Kevin just over his head and out over the line. So it's setting Kilmallock up for a start. It's interesting to see will they go long off a line ball, because of late, tactical wise, a lot of line balls have been going short. Teams have been going short.
Just watching Aaron Gillan come all the way out to try and block this short pass from Conor Staunton off to Robbie Egan. Egan flicks it forward to Micheál Hula. Hulan goes backwards. Good challenge from the Patrickswell player on that occasion. The ball will end up as a Patrickswell ball, will it? A little bit of discussion as to whose ball is. Looks like Cian Lynch is on it. I'm going to leave it for his inter-county Limerick colleague, Diarmuid Burns. Burns not messing around. Cuts it as a deep cut inside, in towards Patrick Kirby. Inside in the full forward line. Kirby under pressure, but he's done. Went to keep it in play. He's going to get the shot away as well. Is that the first score of the game? Tails to the right and wide. First shot of the game, Leon. Good work from Patrickswell to create that opportunity.
Yeah, first passage to play really has been fairly scrappy since the start, but it's only on a minute. Interesting to see Conor Hanley-Clark going along with this puck out down top of Shane O'Brien.
Shane O'Brien off his left, 45 metres from goal. O'Brien with that strike. That's an excellent score from Shane O'Brien. Great ball from Conor Hanley-Clark and a great score.
Absolutely, Shane O'Brien at out centre forward. Is he marking Diarmuid Burns? Is it that's gone in centre back for Patrickswell? So that's an interesting matchup.
Indeed it is. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of switches on that as this game evolves here. It's Evan Fitzgerald for Patrickswell. Cian Fitzgerald, I should say, in towards Kirby again. Good defending back there from English. Got a flick inside. It will go out over the sideline, but good tight defending, Leo, exactly like you mentioned.
I just said it before the match, Liam is able to go with you. He'll hurl it whatever way you want. If you want it open, and he'll be able to hurl you, and if you want it real tight and close, as you can see there, he'll work it too.
Sideline cut now for Patrickswell, taken by Kirby. Not a great one. Well picked up by Mark O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin now with time to switch it across to Aaron Costello. Good touch from Costello. Options. He's going to take on Aaron Gillan here, but looks at things before offloading that hand pass to Killian Hayes. Hayes switches it into middle. Good work from Kilmallock with the ball thus far to Robbie Egan. Egan delivering. It's a good delivery inside to the full forward line. Plenty of space inside there too for David Wolfe. Wolfe taking on his marker, which is Kelvin Lynch, and David Wolfe has nailed that one, has he? No. To the left and wide. It looked from our angle, Leo, that was the second score.
Just unfortunate, yeah. David is now playing inter-county hurling with Kerry. So he's had a fairly arduous campaign with Kerry this year.
Great puck up from Jason Glenn to Jordan Higgins. Higgins gets a good shot away, but tails to the left and wide. Bit of nerves early on as well, Leo, as you'd expect.
Yeah, just a little bit more composure there. He had a little bit more time, I think, than he realised. And that one should have probably popped over the bar. He could have gone in another 10 yards.
Interesting to see Mark Campbell. He has stuck to that half forward position as well early doors here as this one goes to the far side. Brilliantly won by Burns. Flick down to Cian Lynch. Lynch under pressure now from Conor Staunton, but Lynch getting away from his marker. Lovely hand pass, has advantage. Burns takes it on now for Patrickswell. Delivers inside. There's only Kirby inside against Liam English. The play will go back for the free. Playing advantage with referee Eamon Stapleton. A chance, you'd imagine, for Diarmuid Burns to get Patrickswell underway.
One of the Kilmallock players is just down at the far side of the field. Looks like a nasty injury. Could be a blood substitution here. The helmet has come off.
Is it
but
Micheál
certainly
Houlihan that's down? I think it might be. Maybe not. Just looking around the field to see who it may be. It's a worry either way for...
Yeah, but look, this free is well within Diarmuid Burns' range on his own 65-yard line. This one, you fully expect him to be popping it over the bar if he gets the accuracy right.
Yeah, worry. Maybe
distance is not going to be a problem here, John.
It looks to be a head injury, Leo. That's from our angle here at the moment. Looks to be just a bit of repair going on, as we mentioned in the game, in the preamble before the game. Whatever breeze is here, the blood sup is in for Kilmallock. That is Stephen Cork on the field momentarily, you'd imagine, when that gets sorted. But whatever breeze is here in Newcastle West, Burns has it with him, and Leo, there wouldn't have been an issue with the distance anyway, but that will help him a little bit more.
And whatever bit of a breeze is behind him, so you fully, it just depends on accuracy, to be quite honest.
So it's Burns who has it. It is 1 point to no score in favour of Kilmallock. We've played just over 4 minutes as Burns hits that one. Well, no mistake from Diarmuid Burns, and Leo, no surprise to see that one land.
Not at all, absolutely. Sweet as a die over the bar, over the black spot. Great score, great start for Patrickswell as well.
So all squared up here.
And just watching the tactics, Kilmallock are operating a bunch and break kind of puck out system, where they're all gathered and they're coming down on top of Shane. Shane is breaking away, and Stephen Quirk running at that and pops it over the bar.
Temporary sub. Stephen Quirk has absolutely nailed that one. Bunch puck out strategy, Leo. Worked a treat there.
Absolutely. Shane went up and broke, and Stephen Quirk came in and popped it over the bar straight away on the run. 2
points to 1 in favour of Kilmallock. Stephen Quirk's very, very quick interlude. It was Aaron Costello, was it? That was that, but either way, that's one way to introduce yourself to a game, Leo.
Absolutely. Bring him on when they need a score.
That's exactly what's happened. Stephen Quirk wouldn't be noted for his scoring ability. Very good defender as Patrickswell goes short with this one. Chance coming from long range is a well struck effort from the corner back there. It was our own Harmon that got the shot away, just tailed in the end.
Yeah, one of the players that Patrickswell have introduced over this year, Owen Harmon, a young lad coming through, and you see the energy there that he brought out with the ball and then that confidence to shoot, but unfortunately just went wide. And
Kilmallock straight away with Connor Staunton, who had an excellent league campaign just from the puck out, and Connor Hanley Clark's and Jason Gillan's puck outs. Have to mention, Leo, that could be one of the biggest important parts of this game.
Like, restarts have become so important now in hurling. It's unbelievable, and certainly you see, it's just interesting to see Kilmallock. They're going 6 on 6 up there, and then trying to cut out the puck out.
That one's going to break now towards Aaron Gillan, who usually moves out to the half-forward line for those puckouts. He's been fouled, says referee Eamon Stapleton. Still going though, as Gillan been pulled back. Not overly happy with the referee calling him back, but I think Eamon Stapleton had accrued an advantage there, so happy enough to bring it back.
Yeah, this will bring it back to a 3-2 score. Interesting. Aaron Gillan is not hitting the freeze.
Yeah, well, there was rumour in the build-up, Leo, that maybe suffering from a little bit of an injury to his hand, Aaron Gillan. That seemed to be the murmurs down.
Yeah, you can see there's a bandage on the right hand there.
Yes,
and the right wrist. Patrick Kirby's hitting it.
No stranger to taking freeze all the way up at underage for Patrickswell, so I'm sure shouldn't be an issue, but it is an issue straight away. Our commentator's thoughts, it's a poor miss from Patrick Kirby.
Yeah, just dead straight in front of goals, 45 yards out. Probably one just to look back later on and say we should have scored that one.
I'd be disappointed with that one as ball goes out over the sideline here. Evan Fitzgerald with the last touch.
Yeah, just put up his hand, came out and clear, came out and attacked. It is interesting there that Patrickswell held their shape, so they weren't sucked into the middle, and as you see, just the ball popped off of Evan's hand and out over the line.
Connor Staunton now assessing his options before cutting a beautiful one into the full forward line. Hurleys go up all over the place there. David Wolfe been tightly marked there by Nigel Foley. Breaks for Jason Gillan. All the time in the world to deliver, and Jason looks for the run of Patrick Kirby again. Liam English is there. Lovely touch from Kirby onto his left hand side, switches inside looking for Higgins. Chance maybe here for Patrickswell. Jordan goes up, breaks for Aaron Gillan. Gillan now with a shooting chance off his right. We've seen that over many years. Feigns left, goes right. Easy score for Patrickswell.
Absolutely great score though. See the experience of it, like it looked at the all loaded to after he's over his left shoulder, and then he turns it around and pops it back over the right one. Absolutely great score.
Yeah, you know, when you know where the goals are, you don't really need to look, and Aaron certainly knows where they are as it breaks now. Upfield, Garrod Enright trying to get onto it for Kilmallock. Not a push as referee Eamon Stapleton. Breaks for Kilmallock once more though, but Patrickswell have it back, and they're moving forward with it. Breaks in midfield as well. Ruck developing, but it isn't one for long as it breaks to Connor Staunton. Staunton shoots. He's usually accurate from distance. Connor Staunton, he's accurate there as well. Beautiful score from the midfielder. That's 2 points for him.
That's 2 points for him, and absolutely that's a glorious score against the wind, right in the centre of the field. Bang, straight over the bar, straight as a die. Umpire, no doubt whatsoever.
Oh, great score from Staunton. As I mentioned, had a superb league for Kilmallock and saw them to glory earlier on in this season. And this one breaks again. Jordan Higgins is on it. Can't win it cleanly done. Dylan O'Brien, the man who was off injured for Kilmallock a few minutes ago, in there and working hard to try and win it. But Lynch has a beautiful pickup from Cian Lynch. Seen that many times. Tries to flick it inside. Didn't get enough purchase on it. And Mark O'Loughlin, good defending from him. But Lynch is there for Patrickswell again. Trying to trademark flick. Didn't work out on this occasion for Cian Lynch. And ball breaking there. Lynch somehow is in his hands once more. Well, he's been kind as the Harry Potter of hurling. There was a bit of magic involved there. Micheál Houlihan couldn't replicate, handles the ball on the ground. It's a free in.
It's not the wizardry of Cian Lynch there that surprised me. It's his actual work rate. He never gave up. It was 3 against 1, ends up winning the ball, flicks it out, and unfortunately the Kilmallock player picked it up off the ground, but it was the work rate of Cian Lynch. Just never gave it up, and ended up in possession, and just, as I said, absolutely they can thank Cian Lynch for this one if it just goes over the bar.
Well, that hand injury may not have lasted long for Aaron Gillan. May have just needed one hand and he's on the freeze again. So Kirby's miss may have sprung him into action.
Interesting that Aaron has stood over this free.
Yeah, and interesting that, well, not interesting, no surprise, it's over the bar.
Banged it straight over the bar, straight over the black spot.
3 points apiece. Now the score, or 4 points to 3 in Kilmallock's favour, I should say.
Yeah, it's interesting now. Kilmallock are beginning to go short, trying to draw Kilmallock up the field. Ball puck, short puck out there to Liam.
And Jeremy Burns going up there with Shane O'Brien. Burns has won it, much to the chagrin of the Kilmallock side, and hand pass there from Kevin O'Brien. A little bit of a scrap developing on the ground here. Plenty of players involved. Connor Staunton's helmet has gone off. I think Nigel Foley was in with him. Referee Eamon Stapleton making the right call to call a halt to things. There's still going on a bit more here. Robbie Egan involved. Once he's come up here, Cian Lynch involved. Plenty of getting to know you, we'll call it, Leo, but the referee needs to sort this out fairly quickly.
Handbags at dawn, to be quite honest. A lot of bumping and pushing and shoving. But as you can see, there's still a player going down. There's still a small few scuffles going on around the place. But there's still a player going down. Just needs to be taken control of now. The players need to cop themselves on, because one of them are going to end up in the red card if they don't mind themselves.
Absolutely.
I didn't see what happened after the ball, because I followed the flight of the ball.
Yeah, and
so
I think Phelan O'Reilly was involved as well. Not sure. I think Nigel Foley was certainly involved. He's moved away, as Leo, as most fellas involved in an incident seem to tend to, if they've moved forward for it, they tend to move back fairly quickly without note.
Gone into his umpires anyway, and he talked to his umpires and see what happened.
His brother Brian being one of them down there. So interesting to see, Leo, that there is a bit of needle as well. That's good to see in one way, but you don't want to see it overspill like what may have happened there all the same.
I know, but look, at the end of the day, like, both clubs are, their pride or won't let them back down, and that's part and parcel of it now. It's the first round of the championship. We're what are we, 12, 13 minutes into it at this stage, so it is what it is.
Right. Referee Eamon Stapleton, hand is in the pocket, he's speaking to his umpires. And we wait with bated breath about what the
Connor Staunton's putting back on the helmet anyway, so he's not coming off, so that's good to see, to be quite honest. But look, as I said, Mr. Stapleton will sort it out anyway, because he's speaking to his umpires and he'll get the necessary information, and just he's got to back himself here and rely on what they've seen with the naked eye.
Yeah, so Eamon Stapleton has taken the advice from his two umpires at that end of the ground here in Newcastle West. And who is he calling over?
Calling over Dermot Burns and Shane, is it? Hurley.
And they're the two. I know Shane O'Brien wasn't happy with Dermot Burns' challenges. He came away with the ball, may have had an issue with that, but I think they're the two players that are going to be sanctioned by referee Eamon Stapleton here. And they'll argue it all they want, but referee Eamon Stapleton has made his decision. Gives him a little tick as well as the card, and play will restart with a throw, no doubt.
Yeah, no doubt. 2 yellows. And hopefully that's the end of it. Or is he going? No, he's throwing it in now. Getting on with it. Right thing to do.
Yeah, so
good call by the referee, to be quite honest.
Balls
on the ball now, boys, because you're going to walk yourself into trouble here.
Yeah, and no trouble as this one's flicked. Brilliant take from Lynch. Under severe pressure, gets it away eventually to John Murray. Is it there in midfield? It is Murray. Murray hit by 3 Kilmallock tackles there, and the ball breaks to Shane O'Brien. Brilliant pickup from O'Brien. He's been fouled. He'll want to score it himself though. Gives it off to Oisin O'Reilly. First involvement for Oisin O'Reilly. He'll take his man higher. Has pace the burn. Does O'Reilly going through? He's fouled. O'Reilly's still going. Boots it high and boots it over the bar, and there'll be a little talking to too for Calvin Carr. But what a score from Oisin O'Reilly.
Absolutely. You showed the benefits of pace there. He took him on and exposed him, just went outside and stepped back inside, and Kilmallock actually won a second free. If his hurley hadn't come out of his hand, probably the goal opportunity was available, but certainly Kilmallock would be happy with that, putting up 5 points to 3 up.
Yeah, good score, puts them 2 to the good. Great take from Robbie Egan from that Jason Gillan puck up back to Micheál Houlihan, who's sitting very, very deep. Garrod Enright plays it in long. It's a good ball in towards David Wolfe. Wolfe is out in front. 2 men converging on him fairly quickly, but Wolfe looking for a bit of help. Beautiful turn to beat the challenge of Calvin Carr. Flicks it inside to One is Thomas Savage that's in there for Kilmallock. Ball breaks though for Patrickswell, and Kelvin Lynch switches it to Jason Gillan. Gillan under pressure. He's going to step back onto his left. Finds Kelvin Lynch again, and Patrickswell still under pressure. They're making a bit of a meal of this one, Leo. Jason Gillan eventually has enough of that. He looks for Cian Lynch. Dylan O'Brien up with the challenge. Does enough, but there's a slip back there by Aaron Costello, and Gillan has it. He's got Cian Lynch with him. Still going, Aaron Gillan onto his left. Gives it to Cian Lynch. Lynch turns back inside. Gets the shot away. It's going to tail to the left and wide, but the referee Eamon Stapleton playing advantage again.
Yeah,
Come back for the free.
He had a free shot at it there, very similar to what Oisin O'Reilly had above at the other end of the field a minute ago. But certainly, you can see the experience of the two boys, and they're working together. Aaron Gillan and the way that Cian moved off him, they're a joy to watch when you see him in full flow like that.
Right, we have played now, just coming up to 15 minutes of this White Box Limerick Senior Hurling Championship Group 1 Round 1 clash here, and it is Kilmallock leading by 5 points to 3. Enthralling contest. Very enjoyable opening quarter.
Very enjoyable opening quarter. The hurling it's really championship, to be quite honest, because normally when you get this stage, when it's kind of like shadow boxing, but certainly both teams are trying to lay down their marker tonight.
And Aaron Gillan makes that one straight no mistake from Aaron Gillan. Third point of the evening for him, and it is a 1 point game yet again.
Yeah. Interesting scoreline coming in so far from Monaleen and Adair. 172 points in favour of Monaleen after 15 minutes.
Big scoreline. Monaleen expected to do good things here. A very, very strong young panel in their possession there. Manager Owen Brislan has in his 4th year with them. Over carrying is the call there against Killian Hayes, and a free for Patrickswell.
Yeah, absolutely. Oisin is down one knee trying to play these innocents, but certainly overcarried it. Another opportunity here for Burnsy. This one, wouldn't be surprised if this one goes fair close, going over the bar again.
Yeah, Dermot Burns, 1 from 1 so far, looking for a slitter. Nothing forthcoming to him immediately. He'll be sure he will take his time with this one. Patrickswell with that breeze, they'd love to level it for a second time, Leo. Kilmallock have had a lot of good hurling in this quarter.
Eamon brought it forward for descent. Interesting, it's on his own 65-yard line. Difficult free though. He's only 2 yards in from the sideline. Yeah, but certainly the man with his experience, don't be surprised if this goes straight over the bar. Similar
distance for the one he's got already. He does have a short option on to Kevin O'Brien. I don't think he's going to take that on, as O'Brien slowly moves away from the action. So it's Dermot Burns, not even a metre, maybe a metre inside his own 65-metre line. By the time he strikes it, he certainly won't. It's a beautiful strike, but it just tails to the right and wide. Another wide for Patrickswell.
Yeah, radar slightly off a small bit, not too much though. But what a strike with the ball! It's absolutely sweet. Hit the sweet spot in the hurl. You could see it right in front of us.
Yeah, beautiful view for it as Conor Hanley Clark nails one down the middle of the field. Couple of players go up there. It's broken fine for Shane O'Brien, and O'Brien with time and space. There's usually only one outcome there, Leo. No surprise to see him pop that one over.
That's Shane's second point from play. Just to see what they're doing with their puck outs, to be quite honest. They're going down on top of him, and if he doesn't get up to win the ball, win possession, he's breaking it to himself and popping it over the bar. Tremendous score from Shane.
Sign of his maturity as well, Leo, able to create that kind of space and score for himself. Low ball in, good challenge there by Robbie Egan. Referee says it was a foul. 50-51, maybe just got a bump on him.
And just looking at here in the replay, if you just looking at it, he just came straight. I know he just came straight through the back of him, yeah, and it's momentum more than anything else. There's no harm or intent in it. It's just that the Patrickswell player was backing into it, and Robbie Egan coming forward, so drew the free.
And from Kevin O'Brien's point of view as well, it's one you're not expecting. You don't know the man is coming that quickly on you. You're not braced for it, Leo, so it's a fairly sore one as well.
Absolutely, but look, it is what it is, and the experience there of Patrickswell, certainly I'd say it took the wind out of his lungs a little bit. He'll get up rather gingerly, but he'll be fine.
Of course, our coverage on Stream Sport and Limerick GATV brought to you this evening in association with Jack Fitzgerald Electrical on Howley's Quay and Fitzgerald Electrical Kilmallock, your local trusted name in home appliances, electronics and TV for nearly 50 years. As Kevin O'Brien, we'll call it gingerly, he gets up from that one, Leo.
Yeah, but he's fine. But you know what, the match is on 18 and a half minutes. So certainly there's been one or two stoppages, and already there was a stoppage very early in the game to far side. The small bit of a handbags at dawn stuff that we had, and certainly that injury. So you'd be expecting 2 or 3 minutes injury at the end of the first half here. It depends on who makes use of it. You saw it last weekend. Kerry getting a point just before the 2-pointer before half time. It's really important.
Gillan
puts
puts that one over the bar as well. Another one for him. That's points number, I think, is it 4 for Aaron Gillan now. Yep. Another easy free from Dulio.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going short. Kilmallock are just trying to really mix it up.
It's interesting to see as well as a great take there. Was it free to Patrickswell? Kilmallock not happened, but I was mid-thought about Micheál Hoolan as the one sitting back in front of the full back line. Interesting call from Kilmallock.
Yeah, interesting thought, but that free there, Kilmallock have no excuse. He went a little bit high up around the helmet, around the neck more than anything else. And certainly Amos Ableton topped his game tonight because he needs to be. Because, we have had that little bit of a small pushing and shoving game, and look, players need to settle down and go out and start hurling now and open up. 20 minutes in, you're fully expecting Patrickswell now to try and take off, especially with a bit of a breeze. So another nearly identical from Dermot Burns. Let's see, can he get it right this time?
It kind of went left to right the last time he struck it, so he knows exactly which way the wind is going, and has he adjusted for it? It looks good from our angle here, Leo. The umpire points to the white flag, and a beautiful strike once more from Dermot Burns.
Yeah, he's second point to the free tonight, and you see the benefits of it. Look, you can't beat experience, and straight away readjusted.
And it's the second time the sides are level here as Kilmallock get us back underway. Flick there, and about to be taken by Killian Hayes. Flicks it along the sideline there. Does Killian Hayes under pressure though? Good work, is it? No, it's a free. Hand on the back. I think in fact Eamon Stapleton is pointing back to a previous foul there. So
yeah, just one thing on this, John. I'm just watching the whole puck out strategy. Like initially at the start, they kind of had a bunch and break strategy Kilmallock had, but certainly the last 2 or 3 puck outs when they've gone long down the far side of the field, if Shane is getting up and trying to break it for himself, and if he's not breaking it, he's a pivot underneath him, taking the ball away, and you see the benefits are there. So when they're going down the far side of the field, Shane is literally dragging Dermot Burns across with him. So it's just a tactic that Kilmallock are trying to open up the middle if the ball breaks back in the middle. But certainly they're reaping the benefits. This is their second free from that area.
And Shane O'Brien to take it 2 points from play in the game so far. Hits this one fairly well, does Shane O'Brien, and has the accuracy to boot. What a strike from Shane O'Brien.
Yeah, absolutely. Shane is new to free taking. I know he took frees when he was younger with Kilmallock, but certainly not. I've never seen him take them senior.
No, he isn't. Maybe to do with Micheál Hoolan. Connor Staunton, as I said, took them during the league with great accuracy as well. As Hoola takes this one on for Kilmallock. Needs a bit of help coming. Does come in the form of Shane O'Brien, and it's O'Brien away from a couple of Patrickswell markers. O'Brien fouled, advantage accruing here. Ball breaks inside to Phelim O'Reilly, but again Eamon Stapleton correctly as well, Leo, halting play and bringing it back for the advantage.
I just Dermot kind of had a little bit of a flick there. I know it wasn't much, but certainly just he'd be testing the patience of Eamon Stapleton at this stage. And certainly Conor Hanley-Clark coming up to hit this one. This is going to be, he was a very good free taker when he was out the field with under 16 with Limerick when I was involved in the team with him, and I've no doubt that he'll have the accuracy here.
So right from midfield, Conor Hanley-Clark, angle Leo's absolutely perfect. Given the way he strikes the ball, I'd be very surprised, and certainly won't be short. Will it have the accuracy? I think we all know the answer to that. Great score from Conor Hanley-Clark.
Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing the way you look at things over football over the last number of years, where free takers, the goalkeepers coming out, hitting frees, hitting long range frees, and you certainly see the benefits of there now and hurling again.
Conor Hanley-Clark with a great strike. Patrickswell though have one possession here. It's Kirby into the middle now. And chance for Cian Fitzgerald with this shot from Cian Fitzgerald is going to tail to the right and wide. And Patrickswell shooting at time, Leo, with this bit of a breeze they have, has been a bit off target.
Yeah, it's been a bit off target. Certainly here you go, straight down the far side of the field again, and Phelim O'Reilly trying to get onto this one. Certainly they're using the space. I'm really impressed by Kilmallock's puck out strategy at the moment.
Evan Fitzgerald winning that loose ball, but again the work rate from David Wolfe has resulted in a near turnover. Calvin Carroll has won it back for Patrickswell. Hand pass doesn't go to plan. It's picked up there by Conor Staunton. Staunton gets the pass away. Shane O'Brien off his left from a very difficult angle, and Shane O'Brien has hit the target once more, giving an absolute exhibition in his first half, Leo.
Absolutely. As if you're looking at him right this minute, he's looking every bit of a class act that he is. He's showing up and he's working hard for his club, and can't doubt that.
4 points for Shane O'Brien as this one from Gillan goes long. Lynch battling for it, breaks it down ahead of Dylan O'Brien. O'Brien though has seemed to have won it back for Kilmallock, although good work there has maybe forced a turnover there. It hasn't broken kindly for Patrickswell, and it's Kilmallock now moving out the field with Mark O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin needing a bit of help. Ball has broken onto the ground. O'Loughlin still fighting though. Hand pass isn't great from his point of view. Breaks for Patrick Kirby. Kirby has left it behind. Initially Aaron Costello hasn't. got the ball cleanly. It's a free in for Patrickswell, but good
Yeah.
work rate from both sides as well, it has to be said.
Absolutely, a tangle of legs there, and Patrick Kirby won a very, very good free. But the most important thing there was when Mark O'Loughlin, there was no out ball for him there because the Patrickswell player swarmed him, and as a result won a good, very, very, very good free when they turned over the hand pass from Mark O'Loughlin. Patrickswell need to do more of that in the tackle, and certainly you can see it is important. This is an important free now. Bring it back to a 2-point game again if this one goes over the bar.
So it's Aaron Gillan, all but one free he has taken from this kind of range. And with 4 points to his name thus far, it's Gillan with the lift and the shot, and Aaron Gillan has hit the target once again for Patrickswell. 9 points to 7, Leon, a fair reflection on the scoreboard.
Absolutely, yeah. Just Patrickswell, Kia needs to get into the game more. They need to deliver the ball a little bit more direct and give them the plenty of opportunity to win possession, because certainly the way it's going at the moment, they're being held up. Shane O'Brien winning the free again from the puck out. It's just...
Speaking of being held up, it's Kelvin Lynch with the challenge as well, Leo. Patrickswell with only 2 scorers so far in this game. Aaron Gillan with 5 points, Diarmuid Burns with 2. No one else in the team has yet to hit the target.
Yeah, certainly I think there's only one of them came from play, so there's 2 came from play, one from play, so certainly that's what I'm saying. The ball seems to be that little bit more laboured, and as I said, on the puck outs, definitely Kilmallock are working very hard on their puck outs.
It is another chance for Shane O'Brien. 4 points for him in this opening half, 1 coming from a free, and a chance for a second right just outside the football scoring arc, we call it, Leo. I think at this stage won't be much use for it this evening. Certainly won't be getting 2 points from here for it. And Shane O'Brien gets this shot away from the free, and Shane O'Brien hits another one and raises another white flag. 10 points to 7, Leo, and Shane O'Brien is definitely the star on show.
Yeah, can I say it? I just think that maybe a 3-point lead is Patrickswell are doing well to hold it at the moment to a 3-point lead, because certainly Kilmallock seem to be a team that are really working hard.
Indeed they are. Patrickswell now trying to look at that hand pass, goes astray. On Garrett Enright picks up the pieces off to his midfield teammate. That's Connor Staunton delivering towards Phelim O'Reilly, and Phelim is away. He's got it, turns his man inside out there, does Phelim O'Reilly, before getting that shot away, and Phelim O'Reilly would arguably the score of the game. Kilmallock into a 4-point lead.
Absolutely, when you see the space that the ball created there, that the little diagonal ball across, Phelim O'Reilly runs out onto, turns back onto his right and bangs it over the bar straight as a die. Great score from Kilmallock. Justifiably a 4-point lead at the moment.
Back with play, it's Aaron Costello picking up the loose ball back to Micheál Hoolan. He's got Conor Hanley-Clark on the move. Lovely bit of play by the goalkeeper, seeing there's plenty of space in front of him. He will try and deliver, head up towards Shane O'Brien, or switch it. It's switch it is the option inside. Cian Lynch is back there for Patrickswell, but David Wolfe should be first onto the ball for Kilmallock. Maybe under pressure here from Nigel Foley. He's turned well as David Wolfe may get the shot away. Good hook from Nigel Foley. Put the pressure on the Patrickswell full back, and Calvin Carroll picks up the pieces. Below delivery breaks down. Robbie Egan is there, as is Mark Carmody. It's Egan that's come out on top, off to Gerard Enright. Enright stepping inside the challenge of John Murray, and Gerard Enright still going. Jordan Higgins is back there. Enright still racing away here for Kilmallock. He's up towards the 21-metre line. Gerard Enright matches that one from Phelim O'Reilly. A great score.
Absolutely. Look, as we said, I said 3-point was a lead that, you know, for all the hurling that they've done now, but they've now opened it up to 5 points, justifiably so, playing it against that little whatever breeze is there. So from Kilmallock's point of view, they're 5 points up and working really hard. They're getting to every ball. Puck outs after breaking down there for Patrickswell at the moment, because literally no one in the area that the ball went into.
Micheál Hoolan straight up the line to Shane O'Brien. O'Brien dummies the shoot. He could be going further here. He may see an option towards goal. Does Shane O'Brien? He's going to take the point instead, and that's an excellent finish to what could have been even worse for Patrickswell. Leo, that's 5 in a row I should say, for Kilmallock.
Kilmallock, yeah, but that's Shane's 4th point from play. It's something that they're reaping the benefits of out there, out in the wing forward position, and they're, without shadow of a doubt, they're playing that position and they're opening up a Patrickswell defence.
13 points to 7. We've played just over the 28-minute mark here in Newcastle West, and it is a comfortable and deserved lead for Kilmallock. That puck out from Jason Glenn heading towards the brother iron, but it's Patrick Kirby that's picked up the loose ball. Good ball inside, touch wasn't there for Mark Carmody. Gets the hand pass away now, maybe John Murray to run on, but Aaron Costello just gets the hurley in, a flick away, and a battle and a race on for it now. It is won by the Patrickswell man. It is John Murray, flicked away from him brilliantly by Killian Hayes, and everything Patrickswell tried to do was under pressure at the moment. Lovely pass from Cian Lynch to his brother Kelvin. Kelvin now heading towards goal, gives it off to Dermot Burns, flicked off his hurley there by Tom Savage, is flicked away by Hoolan. Lovely first time hurling by Kilmallock here. Pass now comes to Liam English. English dummies to shoot, plays it inside to David Wolfe instead. Wolfe turns back onto his left hand side, scoring opportunity for David Wolfe. Just tails, does it in the end? It doesn't, says the umpire there, and it's another score for Kilmallock, and a brilliantly worked one to boot.
Absolutely, that's David's first final play, but he's playing inside the full forward line. Named at 12, but he's playing inside the full forward line, literally playing a two-man full forward line. You can see the space that's created when that little dink ball goes into him. He's out in front and turned and popped it over the bar there.
Excellent finish from David Wolfe to a brilliant move. Leo, we've double scores, 14 points to 7. Interesting
change of tactics in Patrickswell. They've gone short on that puck out. It certainly needs work. They've worked the ball out the middle of the field.
Mark Carmody on it for Patrickswell. They're trying to work it through the hands. Cian Lynch now after Dermot Burns. This could result in a much needed score. He's going to go for it himself. Will Dermot Burns, barely a flick of the wrist from that one, and it has the desired effect. A much needed score for Patrickswell.
Yeah, but then again, you're looking at Patrickswell. Patrickswell are dependent on the big three, Cian, Dermot Burns. You see the space there that Cian created, and the ball popped off to Dermot Burns, making that run up the field. Certainly they're really relying on their inter-county hurlers at the moment.
Indeed they are. Here's this one is going to be done for over carrying Aaron Gillan on this occasion. 3 out to Kilmallock, and it has to be said the work rate from Kilmallock in this opening half has been off the charts.
As I said, when Kilmallock or when Patrickswell have gone long down the middle, you see the Kilmallock players are around the ball, they're winning, they're contesting in the air. When the ball comes to ground, they're nearly winning every ball. They've won, I'd say, about 8 out of 10 of them. You know, it's just the work rate is really getting them over the line here at the moment. The 14 points to 8, 6 points up. So, you know, they'll be happy going in at half time, knowing that they're turning around playing whatever with a small bit of a breeze. But the breeze has never won nothing for no one.
No, absolutely it hasn't. It's Conor Hanley-Clark will certainly fancy his chances from here. One of the cleanest strikers you'll see in the White Box Limerick Senior Hurling Championship this season is Conor Hanley-Clark. He's given that one plenty. It's going to drop short into that breeze, flicking it, and Jason Glenn is there to tidy up from Patrickswell's point of view. He's got Mark Carmody somewhat short. He's gone long looking for the run of Patrick Kirby. Instead, that sideline is going to win that battle though, and it's going to be a line ball for Kilmallock.
Just overcooked it a small bit in the angle wise, but certainly it was a great ball down for Patrick Kirby. One that if he got out in front, he was out in front, and if he just 2 or 3 yards ahead of him, he'd got to it.
Sideline ball now to be taken for the ball back by Robbie Egan. Egan, not a great strike, great take from Evan Fitzgerald, a good dummy as well. Gets the delivery inside away towards Kevin O'Brien, but the Kilmallock defender is out quickly there. It's Aaron Costello off to Garrod Enright, just took his eye off that one, flicks it into the hand of Costello though. Teamwork has been very much apparent from Kilmallock's point of view, although this one hasn't gone to plan, and Cian Lynch putting all the pressure on Robbie Egan this occasion. Mark Carmody has been fouled by Oisin O'Reilly. He'll happy to take the free, and maybe a little talking to for Oisin O'Reilly as well from the referee.
Yeah, but it's just a play before that. I know Mark was fouled. Oisin, an untidy tackle, small, a little bit high, rode up, but it's Cian Lynch turning over ball again, flicking the ball back inside from Robbie Egan, and then flicking it away, and Mark reaping the benefits of it. It's just a work rate of their big three, and they need to get him more and more into the game. You just, like Kilmallock, the work rate other than, you know, they're always finding a loose man, always popping the ball off and doing the simple thing really well.
So it's Gillan just on the 45 metre line. He has scored 5 points in this game to date. Hits that one absolutely perfectly right over the black spot at the scoreboard end. And again, 2 in a row from Patrickswell. Again, the same 2 scorers.
Yeah, just one noticeable thing though from Kilmallock point of view, something that they could probably look at half time from their stats team. Aaron Gillan has 5 points from play, 5 points in free got, and Dermot Burns has 2 points in free. So that's 7 points. So it's their own inefficiencies, their own indiscipline is keeping Patrickswell in the game at the minute.
Absolutely, as this one comes into the middle, well picked up by Burns. Under pressure immediately though from Conor Staunton and Phelim O'Reilly. O'Reilly has continued that run, he's put pressure on, flicks the ball away, and Staunton is the man to pick up the pieces for Kilmallock. It's breaking play though, and Phelim O'Reilly has lost out. It's Patrick Kirby over there for Patrickswell under pressure. He loses it, and a break on the ground with the ball here. Going to break for Mark O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin has plenty of help with him. Micheál Houlihan is one of them. Beautiful pass from Houlihan into Garrod Enright, and Enright will strike it long, looking for the run of Savage up there, but there's plenty of time and space for the Patrickswell defence to tidy that one up. Owen Harmon was the man as the half-time whistle goes here in Newcastle West, and Leo, it's a 14 points to 9 lead for Kilmallock. They are full value for it, aren't they?
Absolutely full value for their 5-point lead. And as I said, other than Kilmallock giving frees to Patrickswell, like they'll literally be out of sight at this stage. There's various the matchups all over the field. As I said during the commentary, I commented on Kilmallock's puck-out strategy has worked really well. All ball going down over the far side of the field underneath that stand there. Shane O'Brien either going over winning it or else breaking it himself and popping ball over the bar. He's been a joy to watch. Aaron Gillan, without shadow of a doubt, like he's the go-to man inside for Patrickswell. Kean's work great, and as we said already, Dermot Burns with 3 points, 2 from frees and 1 from play. So like, you know, the Patrickswell inter-county hurlers have really kept them in the game. They need to get more out of their extended team, like, and they just need to up the work rate and head down for the first 10 minutes, second half, and try and get back into it.
Half time here in Newcastle West in the opening round of Group 1 fixtures in the White Box Limerick Senior Hurling Championship of 2025. It is Kilmallock leading Patrickswell by 14 points to 9. Join us for the second half shortly.
With this puck up
On top of Shane O'Brien.
Shane O'Brien off his left, 45 metres from goal. O'Brien with that strike. That's an excellent score from Shane O'Brien. Great ball from Kilmallock. We played just over 4 minutes as Burns hits that one. Well, no mistake from Dermot Burns and Leo.
Operating a bunch and break kind of puck out system where they're all gathered and they're coming down on top of Shane. Shane is breaking away and Stephen Quirk doing that and pops it over the bar.
Temporary sub. Stephen Quirk has absolutely nailed the year for Patrickswell. Jordan goes up, breaks for Aaron Gillan. Gillan now with a shooting chance off his right. We've seen that over many years. Fane's left, Connor Staunton. He's accurate there as well. Beautiful score from the midfielder. That's 2 points for him.
That's 2 points for him. Absolutely, that's a glorious score again.
Sprung him into action.
Interesting that Aaron has stood over this free.
Yeah, interesting that, and not interesting from O'Brien. He's been fouled. He'll want to score it himself though. Gives it off to Oisín O'Reilly. First involvement for Oisín O'Reilly. He'll take his man higher. Has pace to burn. Does O'Reilly going through? He's fouled. O'Reilly's still going. Boots it and boots it high and boots it over the bar. And there'll be a little talking to do for Kelvin.
It's kind of like shadow boxing, but certainly both teams are trying to lay down their marker tonight.
No mistake from Aaron Gillan. Third point in the field. A couple of players go up there. It's broken fine for Shane O'Brien, and O'Brien with time and space. There's usually only one outcome there, Leo. No surprise.
Weekend Kerry getting a point just before the 2-pointer before the half time is really important.
Gillan
straight over
puts
the bar.
that one over the bar as well. The last time he struck it, so he knows exactly which way the wind is going, and has he adjusted for it? It looks good from our angle here, Leo. The umpire points to the white to take it. 2 points from play in the game so far. Hits this one fairly well, does Shane O'Brien, and has the accuracy to boot. What a strikes the ball. I'd be very surprised. Certainly won't be short. Will it have the accuracy? I think we all know the answer to that. Great score. Gets the pass away. Shane O'Brien off his left from a very difficult angle, and Shane O'Brien has hit the target once more, giving an absolute exhibition. Shane O'Brien gets this shot away from the free, and Shane O'Brien hits another one to pieces off to his midfield teammate. That's Connor Staunton delivering towards Phelim O'Reilly, and Phelim is away. He's got it. Turns his man inside out there, does Phelim O'Reilly, before getting that shot away, and Phelim O'Reilly with arguably the score of the game. Kilmallock into it. Higgins is back there. Enright still racing away here for Kilmallock. He's up towards the 21 metre line. Garrod Enright matches that one from Phelim O'Reilly. O'Brien dummies the shoot. He could be going further here. He may see an option towards goal. Does Shane O'Brien? He's going to take the point instead, and that's an excellent leave. English dummies the shoot, plays it inside to David Wolfe instead. Wolfe turns back onto his left hand side. Scoring opportunity for David Wolfe. Just tails, does it in the end? It doesn't, says the umpire there, and it's another much needed score. He's going to go for it himself. Will Dermot Burns barely a flick of the wrist from that one, and it has the desired effect. A much needed score. Points in this game to date. Hits that one absolutely perfectly right over the black spot at the scoreboard end, and again 2 in a row for Patrickswell.
Here at Euronics, we're proud to bring you something truly special. Blomberg Appliances, a brand with over 130 years of heritage, blending German engineering with modern efficiency. Founded in 1883, Blomberg began as a family business in Germany, built on the foundation of precision, durability and innovation. Today, Blomberg continues that legacy, delivering energy-efficient, sleek and smart appliances designed for real homes and real life. Blomberg washing machines with spin-save technology that can save you up to 35% energy on everyday cycles. Blomberg heat pump tumble dryers that are more efficient with a full 3-year warranty. Blomberg ovens with AeroChef technology that ensures perfect air distribution for precise and consistent cooking results. Vitamin Care Plus that preserves vitamins and helps keep your food stay fresher for longer. Whether you're cooking, cleaning or cooling, Blomberg appliances are built to make your life easier. It's quality you can trust, and Blomberg is only available here at Euronics. Blomberg, German design, Euronics exclusive. Discover the difference today.
O'Sullivan Centra Clarina, your one-stop shop. From Rooster's Piri Piri to Caramico Pizza, Centra Clarina satisfies every craving. Pamper your pouch at our wash and wag station or grab a coffee at the Creamery Cafe and relax in our seating area. Experience it all at Centra Clarina. Ballysimon Tyres, Ballysimon Road, Limerick. Catering for all cars, vans and commercial vehicles. 24-hour breakdown assist tyres and batteries. Telephone 061 311 726. Lee's Bar, The Night's Inn, The Square, Newcastle West. Telephone 069 624 50, where all sportsmen meet.
Back to Newcastle West for the second half of this White Box Limerick Senior Hurling Championship clash between Kilmallock and Patrickswell. Leo O'Connor joins me again for the second half. Leo, what do Patrickswell need to do to get back into this?
Well, listen, I think the work rate straight away is the first thing. It's the most obvious thing. Is staring them straight in the face. They need to up the work rate. They need to get onto breaking ball, do the simple thing and get the ball into their full forward and get into turning around the edge of the square, because they're going to need a goal or two to get back into this game. Really impressive performance from Kilmallock.
Kilmallock looking to win this one at the beginning of the half. Lovely pick up from Shane O'Brien, who's had an absolutely stunning opening half. Gets this pass away to Conor Staunton. A great start for the Kilmallock side. Hits the post and breaks. It's going to break in favour of Nigel Foley and Patrickswell. That would have been a great start for Kilmallock to open this second half.
Absolutely. You see the intensity though, you know, it's there. That work rate, they haven't. The first minute, here we go, Shane O'Brien has a second opportunity here, and this one's gone straight over the bar. Great score again. He's 5th point from play.
Yeah, 7th overall for Shane O'Brien. He really has started the second half as he finished the first. That's excellent work rate from Kilmallock once again.
Yeah, it's just his movement around the whole half forward line. He wants the ball tonight. He has the hunger, and you can see he's in the form of his life.
Patrickswell trying to move this one up the near side here, up towards Aaron Gillan. It looks to be starting this half around wing forward. He's not going to win that one. No, it's Oisin O'Reilly in possession for James Hickey's side. Delivers it high inside. It's 2-1 inside there. Thomas Savage up against a couple of Patrickswell defenders there. And it's easy work out there for the Well. It's going to be a bit of getting to know you here, but between Micheál Hula and Aaron Gillan, and the yellow card may be brandished again.
Absolutely yellow card for both of them, but it's pretty harmless. I was watching it right down underneath us here. I was watching, none of them lifted a hand. It was just more pushing and shoving than anything else.
Either way, results in another couple of yellow cards apiece. Well, one apiece, I should say, as Jason Gillan will take this indirect free for Patrickswell, who really need something to ignite them here, Leo.
Yeah, they do, but it's interesting. Aaron is still out 50 yards and goals and probably going to go long, so they need someone. There's a 2-man full forward line inside there. They definitely need to get him in around the danger zone, because as I said, I think they're going to need goals to get back into it.
Gone short instead here. It's Jason Gillan now. He's under pressure, switches it to Kelvin Lynch. Lynch takes it on with the run, does Lynch. Pop pass up towards Mark Carmody. Carmody has kept that one in play just towards Diarmuid Burns, but again Kilmallock have turned the ball over, and it's Oisin O'Reilly heading away from a couple of Patrickswell players, but he's won a free. Has John Murray with that challenge just made Oisin O'Reilly take that extra little step free?
Yeah, when he stepped around there, I think it was Mark Carmody who stepped around, but I think that John Murray came in straight away and putting the pressure on, and he takes that extra couple of steps and hence gives away a silly free. But certainly, like, again, it's the work rate of Kilmallock. You know, maybe should have Jason gone long and just taken the pressure off him. It took him four possessions to get the ball out to the middle of the field. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to drag out Kilmallock, but it's certainly not working at the moment. Very, very impressed with the way they're holding their shape.
There's another chance now for Diarmuid Burns. Burns just inside the Kilmallock 65-metre line. He scored 3 points in this game. 1 from play, 2 from long-range frees. Angle is very, very good from his point of view. Goes through his now very familiar routine as Burns hits that one, and that has hit the target too, Leo. Great strike again from Diarmuid Burns. How many times have you said that over the last 10 years?
Oh, listen, it's like a bullet out of a gun, straight as a die over the bar. You know, he's only had 1 wide tonight, for a very long range free. So, you know, impeccable as ever, consistent.
5-point game again here. 15 points to 10 in Kilmallock's favour. It's Conor Hanley-Clark. No surprise, Leo. Very deliberate in what he's doing, taking his time with this puck out. Yeah,
15 points to 10, 5 point difference. The most important thing, though, from a Patrickswell point of view, that they really have to step up to the plate is they've only 2 scores, and both players have only a point each from play.
They look for Shane O'Brien from that puck out again, but Evan Fitzgerald got a hand in, and great take from Fitzgerald as Patrickswell on the attack now with Cian Lynch. Lynch looking at options, got a couple of free men. One of them is Mark Carmody now, who seems to be sitting in front of that full backline for the second half. Cian Fitzgerald a little bit high to Jordan Higgins. Higgins now taking this one on, tugged back by Dylan O'Brien's going to be a free here if Higgins doesn't hit the target. That's exactly what's happened here, and it will be a free in to Patrickswell.
Absolutely. Just Kilmallock's discipline to start the second half here. We're 4 minutes in to start the second half. Their discipline is letting them down a small little bit, and just keep the concentration levels and keep that scoreboard ticking over. However, Patrickswell just are working that. You can see it. The intent is there to start the second half. They're working that ball quicker. But it's the intelligence of Cian Lynch out around the middle fielder. Popped the ball back 30 yards. Was able to create the opening then. Like, it's just, that's what Patrickswell need. And unfortunately, not enough, as I said, the auxiliary players are really stepping up tonight for him.
So Gillan hits that one, and again, it's another point for Aaron Gillan. Point number 7 for the game for him. And it's his first of the second half. 6 points
from frees for Aaron, and 3 for Dermot Burns. As I said, they have 11 points on the board, 2 from play. 9 frees, 2 from play.
That's what's keeping them in the game so far here as Phelim O'Reilly breaks onto that one. O'Reilly going through. Does he have the space to get the strike away? He certainly does. That's a great response from Kilmallock. Excellent score from O'Reilly, his second of the game.
Taking responsibility, coming out 60 yards and goals, putting up his hand, taking the ball, turning, taking it on, bringing it in to the edge of the D and popping it over the bar. Hurling's a simple game when it's played like that.
Absolutely is. Restores a 5-point lead for Kilmallock. Does that score from Phelim O'Reilly as Jason Gillan readies to get us back underway. Goes short to Kelvin Lynch. Lynch back to Jason Gillan, and it seems like Kilmallock are prepared for this one as Phelim O'Reilly goes in with the challenge. Jason Gillan though goes as a poor pass, attempted pass. Mark O'Loughlin easily takes it off to Shane O'Brien. This mistake will be punished to the full by Kilmallock. Excellent score from O'Brien, but that's poor from Patrickswell's point of view.
Absolutely. I don't know they don't know whether to go long or short at this stage. But certainly Jason, like, he's very little options in front of him because Kilmallock have pushed up. They have a 3-man full forward line inside her, and that's not giving Aaron or Jason the option inside.
Long puck out, good take over on that far side, and it's Cian Lynch that takes it from Gillan. Lynch heading towards the middle, hasn't been tripped as the referee is going to look back outside for Aaron Gillan. Eventually it's Gillan off his left from the touchline. This will be some score from Aaron Gillan. The strike comes in from Gillan. It's another excellent score, and really the county players are starting to show their teeth a little bit, Leo. Excellent stuff.
Absolutely. Like, Patrickswell's three county players have really stepped up at the start of the second half. I mean, you see Cian and Aaron linking up there and making it very simple. Puck out again down in front. Shane O'Brien wins the puck out and wins a free here.
Yeah, and Burns is just pointing there. Shane O'Brien said, reminding the referee that he has a yellow.
Both of them are on yellows, yeah. But it's just that was only a tangle of legs. There was no malice attached to it at all. Just 17 points to 12 with a free 10 metres inside the 65 metre line. Should one that he should be converting. Yeah, really impressed with his free taking tonight with Shane O'Brien.
Yeah, substitution on the Patrickswell side. Thomas O'Brien is on for Calvin Carroll at half time. That substitute just confirmed moments ago as Shane O'Brien hits this one, and Shane O'Brien has hit the target once again as well. So
that's Shane's third point from frees. But like, if you look at it, like, there's a spread of scores all over the place. Connor Staunton with 2 points, Phelim O'Reilly with 2 points, David Wolfe with a point, Oisin O'Reilly with a point, and as I said, Shane O'Brien with 6 or 7 points at this stage in play.
Yeah, that makes it a 6-point advantage now for Kilmallock, 9 overall for Shane O'Brien, and as Leo O'Connor mentioned, just 3 of those coming from place balls. It's John Murray in possession for Patrickswell, gets the hand pass away to Mark Carmody. Carmody looking at that pass in to the run of Evan Fitzgerald. It's a perfect pass. Fitzgerald though can't take it, and Houlihan is back there to just make sure it's not a clean possession here. Aaron Costello is there helping out for Kilmallock as well. That's Aaron Costello with a lovely switch of play into the space in front of Oisin O'Reilly. Inch perfect pass here for O'Reilly, and he switches it inside as well. It's going to be tricky for David Wolfe as well, there's a number of players back there from Patrickswell's point of view, and he's bobbled out over the side.
More worrying from a Kilmallock point of view. Shane O'Brien is right down in the middle of the field, but certainly that little passage of play there where the ball just didn't stick for Evan Fitzgerald that time. Evan made a very, very good run, ran into the position, but the ball just intercepted and the ball was flicked away from him. But certainly you see the vision then that Kilmallock have with the way they opened up the field, ball to this side of the field and then Oisin spraying it to the far side of the field again, and that's what's opening up the Patrickswell defence. It's the variety of play that they have tonight.
Just a check on that substitute. I think it's Kevin O'Brien that's gone off for Patrickswell a few moments ago. We'll double check that in a moment, but Calvin Carroll is definitely still on the pitch. Thomas O'Brien is definitely on though, as Patrickswell go in search of possession deep into Kilmallock half. Again, it's Cian Lynch in possession. Has been fouled this time. No, hasn't. It's been put out over the sideline. Good challenge from the Kilmallock defender. Cian may be looking for it a little bit there, but either way, sideline ball is called for Kilmallock.
Yeah, sideline ball at the far side of the field for Kilmallock. I nearly thought Keane was fouled at that stage, but certainly you can see the work rate of Keane. He's trying to drag Kilmallock or drag Patrickswell back into the game, and you see he's trying to get on ball, trying to create opportunities and get the runners off him. It's just not happening at the moment for Kilmallock or for Patrickswell.
No, it's not at this stage here. That ball is thrown in. Mark O'Loughlin, Aaron Gillan, plenty of players around it, but it's Killian Hayes that's picked it up for Kilmallock and switches play to Oisin O'Reilly, who will take off, you can be sure of that, and there's going to be very few able to keep up with Oisin O'Reilly. It's Keane Fitzgerald that's trying his best, but Oisin O'Reilly has just paced the Burnley on that. It's just Oisin O'Reilly in a nutshell.
That's Oisin O'Reilly, perfect. Same pattern of play again happened. Ball to this side of the field. Oisin decided this time to take on the two players, outran him, and just a simple pop ball over the bar.
7-point lead again here for Kilmallock, 19 points to 12. We have played just 10 minutes of the second half here as Mark Carmody gets that strike. It's going to drop into the hand of Conor Hanley-Clark, and with all the time in the world off his right hand side, he booms a delivery onto just in front of the 21 metre line. Calvin Carroll takes that one out of the sky. It does very well under very little pressure, though it has to be said here, and Kelvin Lynch moving forward for Patrickswell. Shoulder comes in from Conor Staunton. Kelvin Lynch under pressure, he's overcarried Leo. He didn't have any option in front of him to give the ball. Kelvin Lynch ran into the trap from Kilmallock's point of view.
He didn't have any option. It's just they're over complicating it at the moment. They're just trying so hard to drag themselves back into the game, and you see there the runners just not happening from another Patrickswell sub coming on at the moment. It's Hughie Maher is coming on there, number 19. Looks like a very fresh pair of legs all round. Are they taking off young John Murray? Yeah, taking off John Murray.
Keane Fitzgerald.
Yeah. Is it Keane Fitzgerald? Yeah. But certainly, they're doing their damnedest, but it's just not working for them at the moment. And you see when they're all trying to get upfield when they're coming out with the ball, and left them very, very minimal cover around the middle of the field and overcarried. And another free for Shane O'Brien, and looks like he's struck it straight over the bar.
Yes, he has. Shane O'Brien with point number 10 into double figures with that one, Leo. 6 from play, 4 from frees. Hard to look past Shane O'Brien at the moment for anything, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. He's involved in everything that's good about what Kilmallock are doing. And from that injury, he's back up and he's motoring well.
Puck out comes here for Patrickswell. Breaks inside to Thomas O'Brien. First possession for him since coming on a few moments ago. That shot coming in the end. It's going to drop to the left and wide, is it? Yep, another wide for Patrickswell. That's number 9. I have it down on their list, Leo. And that's been a feature of their game as well. Just haven't had that accuracy. Yeah,
they just haven't, as I said, had the accuracy. Totally dependent on Aaron about there with 2 points in play and Dermot Burns up wing back. And that's not, that stats tells its own story.
Indeed it does. Here now it's Calvin Carr, switch of play to Jason Gillan. Gillan now doesn't have anyone inside the 21 metre line at the moment here. Has to go along with it. Aaron Costello's there ahead of Thomas O'Brien. He's read that one well. Hasn't picked it up first time at the first attempt, and it's broken by Thomas O'Brien going in on goals here. Patrickswell need a goal. The hand pass is poor. Easy for Micheál Ulin to pick up there. That was Patrickswell's chance to get back into this one, and they didn't take it, Leo. He'll be disappointed with that hand pass.
Yeah, listen, but then again, you look at it, that passage of play. There was 4 Kilmallock players back there against two Patrickswell players, so it's just not happening for Patrickswell tonight, unfortunately for him.
It's not, and it's Kilmallock on the move up front once again. David Wolfe has it. He'll want it on that favoured left hand side, will David Wolfe, and when he does get it on that side, it's usually accurately on this occasion, just tails to the right and wide.
Yeah, just unfortunately again that diagonal ball does cause the problems for the Patrickswell full back line. Nigel Foley's been pulled and dragged all over the place and has given David the opportunity to come out and explore the wings.
Update from the white box. Senior Hurling Championship Group 2 round 1 game on in Fedamore this evening. Monaleen leading Adair now by 9, 116 to 10 points as Conor Hanley-Clark fumbles that one under pressure. Well, not under much pressure, but he still gets the clearance away. Keane Lynch should be first to this one from Patrickswell's point of view. Phelim O'Reilly just making a nuisance of himself there, and as does Tom Savage as he comes in. Garrod Enright will do the same. John Murray is there. Lynch has it in his hand though. No surprise to see him come out of that one with ball in hand. There's a foul there, and it's an easy decision for the referee. Conor Staunton with the challenge there, and it's going to be a free in to Patrickswell, and a little bit of messing going on in the aftermath.
Absolutely, small bit of messing going on again. Same thing, similar to start of the second half, or start of the first half. There's a small bit of pulling and dragging and missing. So, unfortunately, is Shane in a bit of bother? Shane looks like is in a bit of bother here. He's on a yellow.
Hughie Maher is the man that's down. It's Shane O'Brien. Well, he scored 10 points in this game, has Shane O'Brien. We've played just over 44 minutes. Could be the end of Shane O'Brien's evening. Second yellow card. He's having a word with Aaron Gillan. The challenge on Hughie Maher. It is the end of Shane O'Brien's game, Leo, and unfortunately from his point of view, that has blighted what has been a sensational performance.
Absolutely. Shane has been, without shadow of a doubt, Kilmallock's marquee go-to player, free taker, scorer from play. He has, let's see, 1, 2, 3,
10
4.
points.
Yeah.
7 points from play.
7 points from play, 3 from frees. Or 4 from frees, sorry, and 6 from play.
6 from play, yeah, sorry.
So, like, he's just, unfortunately, small little bit caught up in it. And
that's what can happen, Leo. You get it. I see it silly enough on the first half, and you know this gives an opportunity right on midfield, well within Dermot Burns' compass, and it could be the kind of inspirational point, if he can nail it, that can bring Patrickswell right back into this.
15 minutes to go. Just after falling into Patrickswell's lap, Dermot Burns strikes that one straight over the bar. Like, that's his 4 point from the free tonight. So look, we're back down to what, a 7-point game. In numerical wise, it's all in Patrickswell's favour. 15 minutes to go. Let's see what they got. Let's empty the tank and have a go.
Yeah, it's a big, could be a big moment in this game as Conor Hanley-Clark launches this one. Patrickswell will hope to win it cleanly on that side. Sideline ball to Kilmallock though.
Let's see what happens now with Kilmallock. Do they abandon the sweeper system? It looks like they're not at the moment, because Micheál Houlihan is back there at the edge of the D, between the edge of the D and a 45-metre line. So from that point of view, it looks like they're not going to abandon it and just play with the 4 forwards up front.
You've seen Natala Grady, one of the coaches and mentors in this Patrickswell team, 40 yards out onto the field, getting the message across, maybe to put an extra man inside the Patrickswell forward line. Aaron Gillan is certainly moving into a more central position. Mark O'Loughlin watching him closely as the sideline ball comes in, breaks to Calvin Carroll back there from Patrickswell, and the hand pass off to Evan Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, a little stick pass now off to Dermot Burns with a bit of pace, a bit of space to run into for Burns. Switch of play in towards Kirby inside. Patrick Kirby slips, pulls the hurley. It's going to be a free in, is the call from referee Eamon Stapleton. Didn't see much in that one, Leo, I have to say.
I just saw a little bit before the ball actually went in. There was a little bit of a push on the back from Aaron Costello on Patrick Kirby, and I think
see the little nudge in the replay,
and as you see it, we have the benefits of the replay here in front of us. And certainly there was a small little nudge just in his back, and certainly Aaron, as you can see, the urgency in Aaron's play now. He's putting this one down and banging it over the bar, bring it back to a 6-point game. So it needs a 2-score game. This one goes over the bar.
Gillan makes no mistake. Easy one from his point of view. It's point number 9 for Aaron Gillan. 7 free, and Leo 6 in it. Anything could happen from here.
Anything could happen from here. I just think that Patrickswell probably need to push Aaron in around to the edge of the square and get as much ball as they can in and top of him, whatever way, because Aaron is able to take it high, he's able to take it low, and certainly create that goal opportunity. And let's see where it takes him.
Long puck out from Conor Hanley-Clark, straight down the middle. It goes. Calvin Carroll breaks it for Nigel Foley. Foley, with a bit of time and space, clears it left-sided up that same line, and again it's Cian Lynch heading towards it. Will it stay in play? Doesn't look to be, and that's one that Patrickswell could have done with staying in. They need to keep the tempo up. Yeah,
but the experience there of Conor Hanley-Clark back down to a 6-point game. Conor goes really long with the ball and took the pressure off his backs and let him create that opportunity and get the ball deep.
That's Tom Savage now keeping this one in play. Under pressure by a couple of men. On Harmon is that one. Lovely little pass though off to Mark O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin gets the hand pass to Gerard Henry. Scored 1 point in the first half. He's going to have another go. Pulls it miles high into the air, Leo, on the wind. Just took that one away the second it went up.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you, I've been extremely impressed with that young man tonight. He's only, 18 years of age. Aaron puts up his hand, takes it here.
He's got Thomas O'Brien on the run. He moves inside instead, heading towards Dermot Burns. Brave one from Robbie Egan. Brave one from Mark O'Loughlin. Ball breaks for Mark Carmody. Didn't get hold of that one at all, and Conor Hanley-Clark slices this one away. Lovely delivery from him, looking for the run of Dylan O'Brien. O'Brien should have taken that one, couldn't keep it in play. And of course our match sponsor for this evening's game is Jack Fitzgerald Electrical and Howley's Key and Fitzgerald Electrical Kilmallock, your local trusted name in home appliances, electronics and TV for nearly 50 years. It's Jason Glan in possession, switches it as Jason, heading into that one though is Liam English. Read that one very well ahead of Thomas O'Brien. It's Liam English, 2 Patrickswell man converging on him. Little questionable hand pass from English, gets it away to Houlihan. Houlihan now, easy pass for Phelan O'Reilly, who's in time and space for him. Patrickswell warming up. Liam Fitzgerald here as this strike comes in from Killian Hayes. Gonna drop short into Jason Glenn. Easy control for him and Leo. Game's gone very, very fractured since that red card.
It is gone very fractured, but yet again you see the experience of Mike Mihal Houlihan there, that experience, that composure, played the ball through the lines, did the simple thing and did it very well, and that's what has really stood Kilmallock well tonight.
It's Huey Maher winning this one off to Jordan Higgins. Higgins strikes that one. Finally we have the third scorer for Patrickswell. It's came in the 50th minute of the game, and it's Jordan Higgins that's got it, and Liam Fitzgerald comes onto the park, as do two substitutes for Kilmallock.
Stephen Quirk, the reintroduction of Stephen Quirk as well, from Kilmallock point of view, so you can see the benefits of Kilmallock having a strong bench.
We'll just confirm those substitutes in a moment. Gerard Enright is certainly off, and Thomas Savage off as well. Pierce Connery is also on. I didn't see who went off for Patrickswell for Liam Fitzgerald. Has the substitute happened yet? Just waiting to see it confirmed. Looks to be that Mark Carmody's evening is over. Yeah, Carmody's off for Patrickswell. So a plethora of substitutes. And
it looks like Kilmallock didn't have the slip ready, and Eamon Sableton's over here looking for the slip.
I mean, no doubt, Leo, a delaying tactic as well from the management team. Or am I being too cynical?
I don't know about that now, but certainly referee here now, they're looking at, he stopped the clock now at the moment, so this is only going to delay the time. There's a slip of paper being handed out from the pocket, and certainly hopefully Eamon Sableton, no, we're delayed a little bit longer again. So
much ado about nothing, and no, looking at him, James Hickey, the Kilmallock manager, ain't too happy with whatever was going on there, but my cynical boots are on, Leo. I think they knew exactly what they were doing. 6-point game at the moment, 5-point game I should say, after that one from Jordan Higgins, and it's all to play for here as Pierce Connery gets this one in, gets a strike away at goals. Jason Glenn opting to keep it in play again, trying to keep that tempo up for Patrickswell, but that's a poor one off Jason's right hand side, right over the touchline. Looking for the run of Higgins, didn't happen.
Absolutely, but like it's just one of those things. You could see Jordan making the run and ran out of field, to be quite honest, and the ball just went out over the line.
Quickly taken by Phil O'Reilly. Clash of the ash there between Cian Lynch and Killian Hayes. It breaks for Pierce Connery and Kilmallock, I should say. Little hand pass off now to Conor Staunton. Staunton's been tripped and fouled, and a free for Kilmallock, and it may be Staunton himself that takes that one when he eventually gets up off the ground.
Yeah, just a little bit of a loose hurley there, but certainly when you're bringing on a player that's played into County Hurling with Kerry this year, I think Killian Hayes for the last 2 years he's been blowing Kerry, so you know that'll tell you the strength and depth that Kilmallock have.
Yeah, no question of that here. It's Pierce Connery actually that's going to take this one. Conor Staunton happy enough to take it maybe, but Connery says just leave it to me, I'll have a go at it. He's on just outside the 65-metre line, and when
Limerick under 20 hurling goalkeeper.
Yeah, and when he strikes a ball, Leo, he has a beautiful strike of the ball.
Yeah,
very accurate in front of goal usually as well.
Absolutely love a striker of the ball.
So it will be a much needed score for Kilmallock if Connery can nail it. Just will slow Patrickswell down a little bit as we hit the 53rd minute mark soon enough, as Connery hits this one, just pops it over the bar. A lovely strike, didn't put too much on it, didn't need to, and hit the target.
Held the composure, concentrated on the ball, and just hit the sweet spot and dead straight over the bar.
Pierce Connery makes it a 6-point game again here. Switch of play from that puck out to that far side. Maybe a sideline ball to Patrickswell. Last touched Kilmallock Hurley as Patrickswell lining up another substitute here. James Carrick is going to be next onto the team.
You've what, 8 minutes to go on it, 7 minutes to go on it now, so both teams are emptying the bench and trying to get as much energy onto the field for the last 7. There'll probably be 3 or 4 minutes injury time again in the second half here. We've had a few stoppages.
The ball as well, Leo, here as Thomas O'Brien is around it, and the ball has gone wide.
Kilmallock player on the ground.
Yeah, there was something off the ball. Just saw it, took my eye before the sideline was hit. I think it might be Mark O'Loughlin that's down on the Kilmallock side. Get that confirmed. Maybe Aaron Costello.
It looks like Aaron Costello.
Yeah.
No, it's not Aaron Costello either. Is it Liam English? No,
Could
Liam
be
English.
Robbie Egan. I'm just
Liam English.
looking around. Robbie Egan, I think it might be. Yeah, I think Robbie Egan seems to be the culprit at the moment. Not the culprit, but the man that's in a bit of trouble. Looks like the number 5 jersey from our angle here. And there's a substitute on the Patrickswell side. James Carrick has come onto the field for Nigel Foley.
Yeah, Eamon Stapleton is calling. Is he calling someone now? He's calling Tommy O'Brien towards him.
Yeah, it was Tommy O'Brien that was the nearest player to Egan there, and this might be a bit of trouble. It's a yellow card for Tommy O'Brien. So Robbie Egan still down, just onto his feet now. So
for a game that has really produced a lot of good hurling and good open hurling, and Kilmallock have really taken on the challenge of Patrickswell tonight with the intensity. We've had a fair few little small niggly injuries. It's been really typical of a first round of a championship, to be quite honest.
yeah, getting to know you a bit of that as well. As Burns rises, doesn't handle that one, does Diarmuid Burns. Oisin O'Reilly trying to kick it on, falls for Phelim O'Reilly, and Phelim puts that one into the air, just again as it's been all game at the scoreboard end. Leo, tails to the right invariably.
Tails to the right and wide, yeah. But certainly, like, they've that little bit extra comfort of knowing that those ones can drift wide and just stop someone going over the bar or going wide.
Yeah, Jason Glenn, good touch there from Staunton's shot. Evan Fitzgerald though, not doing brilliantly with that one. It breaks now to James Carrick just onto the field for Patrickswell. Needs a bit of help there. Does Carrick? He got a little pull on the jersey though, so it will be a free to Patrickswell. Running out of time here in this White Box Limerick Senior Hurling Championship Round 1 clash between Kilmallock and Patrickswell. It is Kilmallock leading by 21 points to 15 in the last 4.5 minutes of regular time. There will be a bit of time to play on, but Leo, at this stage you'd have to say that Patrickswell are in need of a goal.
Look, Patrickswell are going to have to get 2 goals, to be quite honest, to get this one over the line, and they're going to have to find them very, very quick. And the way that, like, as I said, the over-reliance on their intercounty hurlers tonight has really been, it's been the players that are around them haven't really stepped up to the mark in terms of work rate, because the intercounty lads are creating the opportunities for trying to create opportunities, working in twos and tandem between themselves, trying to get these opportunities. And as I said, Kilmallock have really been really dogged and dug deep and performed really well.
That's Jason Glenn trying to relaunch another attack up towards Tommy O'Brien again. Breaks by Killian Hayes. Robbie Egan then putting that one in. Hand pass comes now into the middle of the park. It's Liam Fitzgerald on the run for Patrickswell. Needs a bit of help here, does Liam Fitzgerald. Hand pass off to Diarmuid Burns. Burns is going to be under pressure from Micheál Hoolin immediately. Burns, low one into the middle of the park. It's Dylan O'Brien there. Brilliant work from Kilmallock. Again, a feature of their outstanding performance this evening here, as is up to David Wolfe. Tireless work from Wolfe. Needs to get this one away. In fact, it's Pierce Connery just onto the field under pressure from Evan Fitzgerald. Connery gets that strike. It's going to drop short for Jason Glenn. Easy take for Glenn. Needs to find something with it. Switches play. It's a good one towards the brother Aaron. Aaron now with the hand up takes it at the second attempt as Aaron Glenn. He's going to take on his man here. Beats him, Killian Hayes, and Killian Hayes knew he's doing exactly what you'd expect and want him to do. Leo's as coach takes the man down, takes the danger out of it.
Yeah, slowing the game down, bit of experience, 6 points up, and you can see that the way Kilmallock have filtered back the field. Last 2 or 3 balls have gone into Jason Gillan inside, and Jason Gillan has all the time in the world to clear it. But certainly, like, with 14 players at the moment for the last 10 minutes of the game, last 10 minutes, that one's gone over the bar there for Nairn as a free again. But like that experience that Kilmallock have brought to it, and the energy levels, you can't but be impressed by Kilmallock tonight. 2 minutes to go, 2.5 minutes to go here. Like, it's just, they've really stepped up to the mark. 21 points in the score, yeah, 5 point difference, but look, they're full value for that 5 points.
Indeed they are here, and they're on the attack once more. Could break to Conor Staunton. Staunton trying to get away to try and get a bit of space to get that shot out. Comes back to Phelim O'Reilly trying to look for his 3rd point of the game. Phelim O'Reilly has just struck that to the left and wide. Would have been a game clincher, you have to think, Leo, at this stage, that although the result is probably where it is at the moment.
It is where it is at the moment. As I said, a minute and a half, 3/4 to go here. You can only see one winner right now.
Ian Fitzgerald does well to get that hand pass away to Thomas O'Brien. They need a goal here. Do Patrickswell, no better man to get it, and Tommy O'Brien been fouled late. There's a needless foul as well, and it will result in a close-in free, Leo. Angle may not be the best, but this is a big chance.
Is this one for Diarmuid Burns to have a go up and have a go? They're 5 points down. Yeah, 5 points down. This is one to really step up and have a go. You've a minute to go.
Well, Aaron Gillan looked for a signal from the sideline, put the one finger up. Whether that's a dummy or not, we'll soon find out if he goes for it. Angle is tricky, Leo. He will, by the time he strikes it, be by the 20-metre mark, but probably 23 or 4 metres will be the distance with the angle.
Maybe they've got a shout from they've asked Emma Stapleton to look what's left in it. Bang over the bar for an hour and again. No, just probably getting 3-4 minutes of extended time, so you're just about to move into that period of time now. So down to a 4-point game. Kevin O'Donnell coming on now for Kilmallock.
11 point for Aaron Gillan as Kevin O'Donnell enters the fray wearing number 23.
Another player that has several county championship medals in his locker at home, and certainly one that has always given everything for Kilmallock.
Connor Staunton, after a tireless performance in the middle of the park and into the forward line in the last few minutes, has given everything for the cause for Kilmallock. He's the man that's gone off as Conor Hanley Clark launches this one as long and as hard as he can over to that far side. Ball breaks, can't be kept in play though, despite the best efforts of David Wolfe on that far side. Leo, we're looking in the last minute or so. Well, we've hit 60 minutes now. Going to start looking at your man of the match performance.
Is without the red card?
I think without the red card it's an obvious one, but I'm not sure. I leave it in your capable hands, Leo.
I suppose at this stage of the game, the influence that Micheál Houlihan has had back as a sweeper and his experience that he's shown, certainly that it's one that he's really stood out in conjunction with, I've no doubt, Shane O'Brien, but certainly from a Kilmallock point of view, the way he's controlled the game back as a sweeper, I'd be thinking is Micheál Houlihan for player of the game.
Micheál Houlihan is your player of the game from this evening's clash. It's Kevin O'Donnell's first impact in the game, Leo. A typical Kevin O'Donnell score. He might be in for another one here if the ball comes his way. It's flicked towards him by Dylan O'Brien or by Pierce Connery, but it's Aaron Gillan got in the way, and it's Cian Lynch now in possession. Lynch, low pass back to Owen Harmon. Harmon switch of play into Diarmuid Burns. Burns making himself available. A low one now to Liam Fitzgerald, who's certainly impressed since he's come on. That's Kelvin Lynch, in fact, just got confused by the helmets there. It's Lynch that has lost it, and it's Lynch that gives away the foul as well. Oh, he's not giving away the foul. It's been given to Patrickswell there. Charging is the call on Stephen Quirk. I'm not sure on that one, Leo, but either way it's a free.
I just think after Liam was trying to lay off the ball, that the Kilmallock player just stood up and held his ground and kind of wrapped him, and it looks like very minute free, but still a free at the same time, to be quite honest.
Chance for Aaron Gillan now. We've played nearly 1.5 minutes of added time as Gillan lines this one up. Hits it well, does Gillan, and gets the score again. Point number 12 for Aaron Gillan. Leo, we don't know what's left. We haven't seen any signal. There's no fourth official here, but you'd have to think there's a bit of time left if they're still popping those over the bar.
Absolutely, we fully expecting that little bit of time. There you go again, the puck out strategy. Conor Hanley delivering a pinpoint perfect ball to Oisín O'Reilly, and Oisín turns, and does he bang this one over the bar? Yes, he does.
Certainly does. What an absolutely super score just from Oisín O'Reilly.
Like, it is all stemmed from Conor Hanley Clark back there tonight. He's puck out accuracy in the first half down on top of Shane O'Brien, and you see they're creating the opportunity, but he can't pinpoint them unless he has the movement further up the field, and that's what Kilmallock have really had tonight.
Third point of the game for Oisín O'Reilly. Cian Lynch has been fouled. He's going to try and play this one across to Tommy O'Brien. They're going to work it towards Diarmuid Burns. 3 Kilmallock defenders near him by the time he tries to shoot it, and it's Phelim O'Reilly that got the hook back in the end of Burns trying to keep it down that end, but Kilmallock have worked it out well and worked it out towards Mark O'Loughlin, who just hit it down this near side. There's room to burn for Kevin O'Donnell. He might just go for the score himself, instead delivers it low, asking a lot of David Wolfe this late in the game to get to it first, but that's exactly what David Wolfe has done. Hasn't been fouled here, and it's broken for John Murray. Low one from Murray to Aaron Gillan, still working his backside off and trying to get his Patrickswell side back into this. Flicks it away now to Liam Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald going to take this one on. They want and need a goal. Hand pass back to Gillan. Gillan crowded out, plays it into Cian Lynch in the middle. They're going to try and get this one by hook or by crook here. Patrickswell, no space forming in front of them though, and it's Thomas O'Brien next to take it on further well. O'Brien, hand pass inside. Kirby with the shot. It's Kirby to the left and wide. Hits the side netting, Leo. They did brilliantly to work the opportunity, but that was some seriously solid defending as well.
Absolutely, you see Kilmallock, they have the numbers back there. I think Eamon is calling for the ball here. Is that the end of proceedings here tonight? It is indeed. It looks like it is indeed. as both teams shake hands with each other. But look, a very, very impressive performance from a Kilmallock team that I read the energy levels, their work rate, their hooking, their blocking, but more importantly, their tactical point of view. I think their puck out strategy really worked a treat from tonight, and it created a lot of openings. And with all due respect, Conor Hanley's had a superb game, but like, there's so many good things about that Kilmallock performance tonight. I just want to make one or two players that really, Garrod Enright, a young lad that I've been highly impressed with tonight, probably making his senior hurling championship start there, his debut start tonight, and certainly one that he went out and took on with a certain arrogance and brought an energy level to it, and you know, you got to admire that. When you look around, then there's other players around that Kilmallock performance tonight. Look, probably the player of the game without his red card would have been Shane O'Brien, and as I said, like Aaron Costello, like there's Michael Houlihan back as a sweeper, showed all his experience, showed all his guile, and really worked the ball through the line. So from that point of view, really good start from Kilmallock point of view to the championship this year, and one that they'll argue, and you'll be putting a kind of a favourites tag in them, and let's see how Doon and Kilmallock go on Saturday night.
Yeah, it is a very fascinating weekend of Limerick Senior Hurling Championship action coming our way over the weekend. We've a number of games. We'll talk about those in a minute. Many thanks to Leo O'Connor for his expert analysis this evening. We're not finished yet. We're going to have highlights coming up momentarily, and we're going to have live reaction in a couple of minutes as well. Many thanks again to Leo O'Connor, Johnny Upton on camera, all those in Newcastle West this evening who've been brilliant to us. We'll talk more about those in a few minutes as we head over now to get live reaction. But join us shortly for that live reaction, and keep an eye on the highlights as well.
Puck out down top of Shane O'Brien.
Shane O'Brien off his left, 45 metres from goal. O'Brien with that strike. That's an excellent score from Shane O'Brien. Great ball from Kilmallock. Just over 4 minutes as Burns hits that one. Well, no mistake from Dermot Burns and Leo.
Operating a bunch and break kind of puck out system where they're all gathered and they're coming down on top of Shane. Shane is breaking away, and Stephen Quirk running at that and pops it over the bar.
Temporary sub Stephen Quirk has absolutely nailed the year for Patrickswell. Jordan goes up, breaks for Aaron Gillan. Gillan now with a shooting chance off his right. We've seen that over many years. Feigns left, goes Staunton. He's accurate there as well. Beautiful score from the midfielder. That's 2 points for him.
That's 2 points for him, and absolutely that's a glorious score again.
Have sprung him into action.
Interesting that Aaron has stood over this free.
Yeah, interesting that, and not interesting from O'Brien. He's been fouled. He'll want to score it himself though. Gives it off to Oisin O'Reilly. First involvement for Oisin O'Reilly. He'll take his man higher. Has pace to burn. Does O'Reilly going through? He's fouled. O'Reilly's still going. Boots it high and boots it over the bar, and there'll be a little talking to too for Calvin Carr.
It's kind of like shadow boxing, but certainly both teams are trying to lay down their marker tonight.
And Aaron Gillan makes that one straight no mistake from Aaron Gillan. Third point, middle of the field. A couple of players go up there. It's broken fine for Shane O'Brien. And O'Brien with time and space. There's usually only one outcome there, Leo. No surprise.
Weekend, Kerry getting a point just before the 2-pointer before the half time. It's really important.
Gillan
straight over
puts
the bar.
that one over the bar as well. The last time he struck it, so he knows exactly which way the wind is going, and has he adjusted for it. It looks good from our angle here, Leo. The umpire points to the white to take it. 2 points from play in the game so far. Hits this one fairly well, does Shane O'Brien, and has the accuracy to boot. What a strikes the ball. I'd be very surprised, and certainly won't be short. Will it have the accuracy? I think we all know the answer to that. Great score. Gets the pass away. Shane O'Brien off his left from a very difficult angle, and Shane O'Brien has hit the target once more, giving an absolute exhibition. And Shane O'Brien gets this shot away from the free. Shane O'Brien hits another one to pieces off to his midfield teammate. That's Conor Staunton delivering towards Phelim O'Reilly, and Phelim is away. He's got it. Turns his man inside out there, does Phelim O'Reilly, before getting that shot away, and Phelim O'Reilly with arguably the score of the game. Kilmallock into it. Higgins is back to Enright, still racing away here for Kilmallock. He's up towards the 21 metre line. Garrod Enright matches that one from Phelim O'Reilly. O'Brien dummies the shoot. He could be going further here. He may see an option towards goal. Does Shane O'Brien? He's going to take the point instead, and that's an excellent Liam English. English dummies the shoot, plays it inside to David Wolfe instead. Wolfe turns back onto his left hand side. Scoring opportunity for David Wolfe. Just tails, does it in the end? It doesn't, says the umpire there, and it's another much needed score. He's going to go for it himself. Will Dermot Burns barely a flick of the wrist from that one, and it has the desired effect. A much needed score. Points in this game to date. Hits that one up.
Look, it wasn't perfect, but there was lots of intensity. The lads worked hard, and lots of positives to take, but look, lots to work on as well.
Short turnaround to the next game, so there'll obviously be sore bodies. It's the nature of anything when the club championship starts now. It's game after game after game in quick succession. But heading into your second round action, you must be delighted to get away with a win as well.
Yeah, fantastic to get the win. Something to build on. I think we're out next Friday against the Hand, so look, another tough test. Look, all the games are tough at the top tier, so look, try and get the bodies right now, recover for the next couple of days, and I suppose lay a few targets in for next week, go after them and try and get another win on the board.
From your own point of view, sitting more often than we've seen you in the forwards, more often than that in the last number of years, but how are you enjoying that new kind of +1 role sitting in front of the full back line?
Yeah, I suppose, look, it just kind of happened in the game. It was kind of initiated on the other side, and then we just had a spare. So look, last year I was playing midfield for Kilmallock, so obviously before I would have been in the forwards, but I suppose the nature of the game, kind of the forwards are dropping deeper and deeper, so look, it's not much of a, I suppose, a change really.
You've been around this panel now for a fair old while, but you're seeing so many young lads come into the team now as well, the likes of Garrod Enright, we mentioned off mic, more like Thomas Savage, David Wolfe has been thereabouts. Their work rate alone, the ferocity of their work rate alone, on top of their excellent hurling talent, must be a huge look ahead for Kilmallock going into the future as well as the present right now.
Yeah, great. Like Garrod was playing, he was playing minor championship last night against Mungert, and had a fantastic game there as well. So look, it's great to have those young fellas coming, I suppose. It's what it's all about. There's loads of energy there, and look, they're the ones driving it during the league. Obviously the lads had a great league campaign, and it's kind of it's ran into championship for us, so it's obviously fantastic.
Micheál Houlihan, player of the match here from Kilmallock's 23 points to 18 win over Patrickswell. Micheál, thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Absolutely perfectly right over the black spot at the scoreboard end, and again
First minute here you go, Shane O'Brien has a second opportunity here, and this one's gone straight over the bar. Great score again, he's 5th point from play.
yeah, 7th overall. Goes through his very familiar routine as Burns hits that one, and that has hit the target too, Leo. That one, and again it's another point for Aaron Gillan, point number 7 for the game for him, and it's his first of the second half.
6
so far here as Phelim O'Reilly breaks onto that one. O'Reilly going through. Does he have the space to get the strike away? He certainly does. That's a great attempted pass. Mark O'Loughlin easily takes it off to Shane O'Brien. This mistake will be punished to the full by Kilmallock. Excellent score from O'Brien, but that's Aaron Gillan. Eventually it's Gillan off his left from the touchline. This will be some score from Aaron Gillan. The strike comes in from Gillan. It's another excellent score for Kilmallock, and switches play to Oisin O'Reilly, who will take off, you can be sure of that, and there's going to be very few able to keep up with Oisin O'Reilly. It's Cian Fitzgerald that's trying his best, but Oisin O'Reilly has just paced the Burnley on that. It's just Oisin O'Reilly in and out.
15 minutes to go. Just after falling into Patrickswell's lap, Dermot Burns strikes that one straight over the bar. Like Kilmallock well tonight.
It's Hughie Maher winning this one after Jordan Higgins. Higgins strikes that one. Finally we have the third scorer for 53rd minute mark. Soon enough as Connery hits this one. Just pops it over the barley. A lovely strike. Didn't put two.
With 14 players at the moment for the last 10 minutes of the game. Last 10 minutes, Darren's gone over the bar there for Darren as a free again. But like that experience that Kilmallock have brought to it, and the energy levels, you can't but be
distance with the angle.
Maybe they've got a shout from they've asked Emma Stapleton to look what's left in it. Bang over the bar for Darren again. I suppose at this stage of the game, the influence that Micheál Houlihan has had back as a sweeper, and his experience that he's shown.
It's this one up. It's it well, does Gillan, and gets the score again. Point number 12 for Aaron Gillan. Leo.
Perfect ball to Oisin O'Reilly, and Oisin turns. And does he bang this one over the bar? Yes, he does.
Certainly does. What an absolute seriously solid defending as well.
Absolutely. You see Kilmallock, they have the numbers back there. I think Eamon is calling for the ball here. Is that the end of proceedings here tonight? It is indeed. It looks like it is indeed, as both teams shake hands with each other. But look, a very, very impressive performance from the Kilmallock team. That I read the energy levels, their work rate, their hooking, their blocking, but more importantly, their tactical point of view. I think their puck out strategy really worked a treat for tonight.
Here at Euronics, we're proud to bring you something truly special. Blomberg Appliances, a brand over 130 years of heritage, blending German engineering with modern efficiency. Founded in 1883, Blomberg began as a family business in Germany, built on the foundation of precision, durability and innovation. Today, Blomberg continues that legacy, delivering energy-efficient, sleek and smart appliances designed for real homes and real life. Blomberg washing machines with spin-save technology that can save you up to 35% energy on everyday cycles. Blomberg heat pump tumble dryers that are more efficient with a full 3-year warranty. Blomberg ovens with AeroChef technology that ensures perfect air distribution for precise and consistent cooking results. Vitamin Care Plus that preserves vitamins and helps keep your food stay fresher for longer. Whether you're cooking, cleaning or cooling, Blomberg appliances are built to make your life easier. It's quality you can trust, and Blomberg is only available here at Euronics. Blomberg, German design, Euronics exclusive. Discover the difference today.
O'Sullivan Centre Clarina, your one-stop shop. From Rooster's Piri Piri to Caramico Pizza, Centre Clarina satisfies every craving. Pamper your pouch at our wash and wag station or grab a coffee at the Creamery Cafe and relax in our seating area. Experience it all at Centre Clarina. Ballysimon Tyres, Ballysimon Road, Limerick. Catering for all cars, vans and commercial vehicles. 24-hour breakdown assist tyres and batteries. Telephone 061 311 726. Lee's Bar, The Night's Inn, The Square, Newcastle West. Telephone 069 62450, where all sportsmen meet.